Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Pretty in Pink. So I know I'm super high energy today, but anyways, I'm just in a really good mood, guys. I'm actually on my way out, and first and foremost, before we get started, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe so that you never miss another video that I post. So what I do want to say is that this video is actually inspired by a young lady who just passed. Her name is Shanquella, and I'm pretty sure you've seen the story. It's all over, you know, the internet. It's all over YouTube. It's all over Google, Facebook, Instagram, you know, whatever, about a young lady who basically was traveling with her friends, and they don't really know the cause of death, but everybody's speculating that it came from a fight that was posted between her and another friend that she came there with. And you know, the autopsy, you know, basically aligned with, I guess, something to do with her being, you know, beat. To Shanquella's family, I would like to express my deepest condolences, and you know, I pray that God gives y'all peace and you're able to, you know, grieve and things like that and get the justice that you deserve for your loved ones. So I also want to say this. So this video, even though it's inspired by Shanquella, is not going to be a sad video. It's not going to be a mourning video. So if that's what you guys are expecting, or if throughout me sharing my own experience is going to, and I may, you know, have points to where I am laughing, I may have points where I might get emotional about it, because it is kind of a deep story. If you guys might get offended by that, then please do not watch this video. But in no means is it intended to be disrespectful to Shanquella or about her situation. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to even speak any more on it or go into details about it. All that I will say is that it's unfortunate, and it just really reminded me about my experience whenever I went on a girls trip, and it turned into a shit show, guys. It was a mess, and hopefully throughout everyone posting, you know, sharing experiences, it'll help someone, whether it's a young lady who's thinking about going on a girls trip, or you know, it's anybody who's thinking about going on a trip first. Maybe these videos that we post can, you know, give you all some insight on what really goes on and how people really act whenever those type of things happen. So without further ado, people, let's jump right into it. This, like I said, this is about my girls trip that I took, and it was not out of the US. It was actually just to Miami. It was supposed to be a very good trip. Okay, so me and my ex-friend have been friends for y'all 15 years. 15 years. We had never had an argument previously before going to Miami. We've gotten along so good. Like the first time, I remember whenever I first met her, we hit it off like instantly, and we've been cool ever since. She's very much like me. In some ways she's not, but in a lot of ways she was, and we got along really good. We never had any mishaps. This was my girl. This is not somebody that I just met. This is not, you know, someone who I didn't really know, I was uncertain about. No, this is somebody who comforted me after I was sick with the seizures that I was having and stuff. This is someone who has been there for birthday parties, you know, showed concern for my daughter, showed concern for my health, showed concern. This was a friend, y'all. Of 15 years, a friend. So that's what I consider her, and I still refer to her as my ex-friend, not some BI, some HO, you know, we ain't doing all of that. Like, I'm just gonna leave it at, we had a bad experience, and that ended our friendship. So let's get into what exactly happened. Okay, so me and my girl, we were hanging out, and she had met this guy, and he was pretty cool. He was someone who enjoyed spending money on her, and it was a good thing. I thought it was a great thing. I was happy for her. We both have had people like that. And so yeah, that was the situation. And so we were always hanging out, me, her, and this man, and having a good time in Houston. There was no type of weird indication that anything was off with either one of them. So basically, me and my friend, we planned to go to Miami, and we were going to do it as a couples thing. But the guy that I was dating at the time, he was in the service, so he was getting ready to get employed to I'm not sure. It was some foreign country, and it never did happen, so that's why I can't even really remember the name of it. But however, he wasn't going to be available to come with us. So what I told her was, being that my boyfriend isn't coming, let me, you know, pay my bills for the month. I do have a daughter. Let me, you know, make sure that everything's taken care of, and let's go towards the end of the month. He was like, no, I'm gonna get the guy to take care of everything. You don't do anything, just come, just be with me. I don't want to be alone. And I'm like, okay, this is my sis. Like, okay. So then I came back after I got thinking. I'm like, no, man, no. Like I got to thinking, like, no, you are grown. So I initially was going to follow my first mind. I voiced that to her about the financial thing, like, hey, I really need to just save a little bit more money, you know, make sure that everything's straight, so that after I go splurging, I don't have to worry about whenever the next month comes around, I'm in a bad spot. But she kept ensuring me, girl, I got you. You know, I wouldn't let anything, you know, go wrong. You know, you're good. Like, he's good. We're good. Let's just go. I want you to be with me. She didn't really want to put off the trip because she was really anxious about going. We both were. But she was really, really anxious. And so basically, she begged me to go. And the guy was going to foot everything. So we get down there. Y'all, first red flag was that they beat me going there because they had booked their flight previously. And I flew Spirit. Yes, I did fly Spirit. What's up, Spirit Airlines? They got some good prices. And no, their planes is not as bad as what you see. The first red flag was they had to come get me from Fort Lauderdale. And if y'all know what Fort Lauderdale is at, y'all know what Miami, Florida is at. It's like about a 45-minute stretch. So she was basically complaining, like, oh, why didn't you fly in MIA? And I'm just like, well, it was. Now I will say this about Spirit. At that time, at that particular time, they didn't have the port to Miami as an option, so I had to go to Fort Lauderdale. So I had to sit there, y'all. I'm on my women's monthly, you know, I'm uncomfortable, and it actually started as soon as I was boarding the plane to leave Houston, guys. So I'm down there, I'm uncomfortable off the rip. I don't feel good about the trip. I don't feel, you know, I'm just like, oh my God. So anyways, they get there. They are in a nice SUV, honey. I mean, a nice SUV. And it's like, she's instantly like, attitude change. Oh, hey girl, what's up? Like, oh, whatever. You know, you good? You hungry? Let's go get something to eat, blah, blah, whatever. We drive around. Both of them pretty tired. They had been, you know, doing the thing before I got there. And so we go back to the room. It was amazing. Super duper comfortable. We stayed at the Grand Beach Hotel in Miami. Very nice. You can see the whole, it's like kind of a little waterway, and the boats run down through there. It is just so nice. You see the people out there jogging. You can see the beach, and because it's like a big gigantic window. I'll be inserting pictures throughout this video whenever I'm highlighting like what you can see, and you know, and stuff like that. And it's just so nice. So okay, the next day we wake up, it's red flags start flying, y'all. Start flying. So I go to bed. We go to bed, you know, nothing's going on. We wake up, we start getting ready. Okay, so yeah, it takes me like an hour to get ready. It does whenever I'm trying to be cute. It does. So I get ready second, the guy's already ready first. I want to say the second red flag was he was walking around, I feel like, in his boxers, and that was inappropriate for me because, y'all, to no knock on whoever like swings or does threesomes or anything like that, me, I don't do it. I don't do stuff like that. No thank you. You know, I have never had a threesome, honestly, and I don't want to have one. It's just not for me. So I really felt like whenever I saw him walk around in his boxes, if that was my man, and if I allowed him to do something like that, I would feel like it's because we're trying to bait you into doing something. But I didn't get those vibes from her, which was it threw me off, because I was just like, okay, well, this is, you know, I guess he's just comfortable and whatever. But I didn't really say nothing, like, you know, whatever. So we put on our bathing suits or our swimsuits. This girl took third red flag. She took 4.5 hours just to get ready. And by this time, I'm hangry. I'm probably a red flag. He hangry. And so she's like, we all ready to go. So we get ready to go. We go downstairs. By this time, I got a headache. I don't want to drink. because I still drink at this time. I didn't want nothing to make my headache worse. So she's upset. She gets upset because nobody wants to drink with her. But we're like, sis, we both got hungry headaches. Like, we do not want to drink right now. I know I did, and I expressed it to her, but I'm like, you know what, I'll order a drink and I'll sip it so you won't be alone. So she kind of had a little attitude after that or whatever. So we head to the beach. Now, even though it's been red flags, breakfast was A1, the drinks was A1, you know, everybody's mood changed after we ate. Everybody's in a good mood. We having a good time. We get in the truck. We go outside, and I couldn't experience the hotel at nighttime whenever I came, like the night prior. But in the daytime, you could see just everything. It was just so beautiful. We get out there. We start going to stores. Basically, he parks. He lets us do our own thing. We going to stores. You know, it's guys walking up to us. We pulling numbers, child. Like, we having a good time. They inviting us out to like clubs. Like, oh, y'all coming to club with us later? And we like, yeah, whatever. But at the same time with her, I'm just like, how are we gonna do that? And you know, you got a little situation. And then she's like, girl, I don't know. But anyways, we drinking. So by this time, the guy comes back around, who's with us. And he's just like, okay, y'all ready to go to the beach? Me and her, by this time we're drinking. We're buying drinks on the beach. We're having a good time. There's some beautiful people out there. It's some sexy men out there. We having us a great time, right? And so me and her, this is my dog. Like, she was like, we both were having an amazing time. We're out there in the water. We're laughing. We're drinking. We're falling in the water. She ended up trying to hook me up with this Nigerian guy, and he was so sexy. If y'all know me, y'all know I love me a dark skinned man. I love all men, but dark skin, pretty white teeth is my cup of tea, child. Like, it was tall, that is my cup of tea, honey. So like, yes, like this honey needs some chocolate, like, yes. So anyways, that was so corny. We doing the thing, so we end up leaving because we're gonna get us something to eat. Woo! We're walking around, and she accidentally wastes wine on her phone. And she had this boo thing at the time that she really liked that was not there, and she couldn't talk to him anymore. Oh, she was agitated because she could not talk to him anymore. I gave her the outfit that I had on. Then we went into like this little boutique, and I bought me an actual cover up instead of a dress, and I gave her the dress so that she can try to wrap her phone up in it and draw her phone off. And so he was just like, well, you want me to go, get some rice, and it'll absorb the moisture out of your phone to start back working. So she was like, okay, whatever. So we go back to the hotel. While we're out there waiting on valet, by this time it's booming because it's in the afternoon. The sun's getting ready to go down. So valet is taking a little bit longer than expected. So anyway, she gets mad. She starts walking off. Now, this whole day, her mood had been up and down. So I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna follow her. Like, so she walks off. We're sitting out there waiting on valet, me and the guy. She leaves, and he's like, you gonna go follow her? And I'm like, no, it's hot as hell. I'm hungry. Like, I don't know if she'll walk away, So anyways, I said, forget it. I'm gonna go head on. I'm gonna go find my friend, bring her back. So I'll go get her, and I'm like, okay, girl, calm down. We're gonna get you the rice for your phone, whatever. Y'all, this is why this video is inspired by the Shanquella thing, because this is whenever it goes left. So we end up going to the pizza spot. She's agitated. She's upset. She's getting madder and madder by the second. This time, I'm tired of her attitude. If I don't care how much, she wanted me to come. She's putting everything. He's putting everything. But I'm pissed off because I'm tired of her attitude. But I'm not expressing it to her. I've never got loud with her. I never got an attitude with her. None of that. I just distance myself. I sit down. I'm just distancing myself. And so she goes to the bar and sits down. So here in comes the guy that is on the trip with us. And he sits at my table. And he's like, what's going on with your girl? And I'm like, I don't really know. I don't really care. At this point, I'm really hungry. I'm about to eat, calm my nerves, and then, we can kind of go from there. And so he's like, well, I think you need to go talk to her. And I'm like, no, you go talk to her. That's your woman. Like, this is y'all's trip, more than it is mine. Like, you go talk to her. So anyways, he's just like, well, no, I don't think she want to talk to me. I'm like, well, I don't think she want to talk to me either. Or else she want to walk and sit at the bar whenever she came from the restroom and I'd already picked the table. So anyways, he's sitting there, I'm sitting there. And now my ex ends up calling me. So whenever my ex ended up, not my boyfriend, my ex at the time. So he ends up calling me. He's asking me how I'm doing because he knew I had left. And mainly it was because like, he knows that I have a condition and he just wanted to check on me. At the same time, I'm talking to the guy that I'm on the trip with. And I was like, oh, this is a nice pool table. And I'm telling my ex on the phone, like, oh, it's a pool table. I gotta play somebody in the pool. So the guy was like, oh, you know how to shoot pool? And I'm like, yeah, do you? And then he's like, yeah. And he's like, how good? And I'm like, you know, I'm a pool shark. Like, really, I am. I can shoot pool really good. I learned from my grandfather and my mother, so I'm really good. So we're laughing about it, and my mood is picked up. I feel like I work hard enough, you know, throughout the year to where I don't want to stress, you know, forget that. I'm like, well, let me talk to my ex, you know, and then he gets up. He's like, oh, cool, you know, I'm about to call my dad and tell him about the pool table, whatever. So he gets up and he walks away. He's kind of walking around the table, walking around the pool table, whatever. So then he comes back or whatever. He sits down. He's on the phone. I'm on the phone by this time. So as I'm on the phone, he's on the phone. He's laughing. His conversation, I'm laughing at mine. She comes over to the table, y'all, and was like, girl, don't you think you a little bit too comfortable? I'm like, who? And then she's like, you a little bit too comfortable here with my man. And I'm like, but I thought you said this wasn't your man. But I mean, yeah, we just sitting here, but you over here laughing. You wrong. You supposed to be my friend, and you over here laughing and sitting with him. And I'm like, you could have came and sat with us. I didn't sit with you because you went to the restroom. I sat down, and you went and sat at the bar. So why would I come from the table to the bar? I didn't want to sit over there at the bar. Like, you could have came over here. Like, I'm not about to beg you, you know. So I'm sitting there. My voice is still very calm because I can see that she's on to Zen. Like, she's on 10. And so, very tall girl. So she's standing over me, and I'm very short. And I'm sitting down. So I'm on the phone with my ex still. And then I'm like, besides, like, I'm talking to my ex. Like, I'm not even talking to him. He's on the phone and he's trying to tell her, like, hey, such and such. Like, no, like, you tripping, like, whatever. And so she was just like I said, you too comfortable over here with my man. Yeah. And I'm just like going out, right? So instantly I get in defense mode because this is the part that's very serious because I have a condition and I don't like to fight anymore. I used to not mind, but not to say I won't fight because I definitely will. You're gonna hear about it. But you know, at this point in time in my life, like, I don't want to fight, being that I've been diagnosed with epilepsy, because I never know what's gonna happen. So if I'm ever put in a situation to where I have to defend myself, I'm going to defend myself to the T to make sure that I'm going to leave the situation standing in good health, because I'm not going to start a fight, but you're not just going to whip me either. Like, it's not going to happen. So I am instantly noticing that, you know, with her anger, the way she's slamming her hand down on the table, she's talking with so much aggression. I'm like, okay, no. So I back away from the table. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave. You got it. And so I back away slowly. I get up slowly. I'm on the phone, push my table back, my chair back, and I leave. My food is there. I only took a couple of bites out of it. And so then she was just like, where you going? I was like, I'm leaving. Like, girl, you tripping. Like, I'm leaving. And so, mind you, it's a restaurant full of people. By this time, there's some people looking, some people really not, you know, but then some people are. So then I'm like, I'm leaving, you know. And then she goes, yeah, that's the best thing for you to do is leave. Y'all, I go back over there because, condition or not, I won't tolerate being disrespected. You're not about to just do me any kind of way in front of people, period. Period. So I go over there and I was like, and what the fuck you gonna do if I don't leave? Like, bitch, what are you gonna do if I don't leave? And so she instantly starts putting her hand up in my face like, girl, like I told you the other day. And I told her, girl, put your hands down before you accidentally touch me, because I'm not touching you. So just because we in each other's face, you know, I'm trying to tell her put her hands down, and she whatever, and whoop, hits my nose. So at this point, this is why I say it's inspired from the Shanquella video, and this is not something that I'm proud of, but I'm a very nice person, and I think everybody in life has trauma that they've dealt with in the past that, you know, they've gotten past, but it's certain things that can reignite that fuel. And for me, I have a little bit of childhood trauma, not any type of rape or molestation, anything like that, but as far as, you know, kind of being bullied, or being, you know, like in some physically abusive situations, and by me being so nice, and I know I really don't provoke people to do those things to me. Whenever you do those things to me, especially in my face, and you put your hands on me, it's gonna be like something you ain't ever seen, because I pretty much blacked out at one point in time during that fight, because I instantly started like going in on this girl so bad. Like, I think that after I like started hitting her a couple of times, like I blacked out like for a second, and I remember like grabbing her, and mind you, I'm a short woman, but I remember grabbing her by what she had on, and I threw her underneath a table. Like, I literally blacked out. And I remember after that, it was like, pretty much like, I think people started trying to break us up. And so I had on a wig, and I didn't want to let the wig go at the time, because I had some ugly braids, and it wouldn't even sew down. It was a synthetic wig I had on. Yeah, synthetic wig on Miami Beach. But anyways, y'all, so I ended up letting the wig go, so, you know, she could let my hair go. And I remember it was like maybe 4 men trying to get me off of her, like trying to stop me. But it was like I had tapped in some type of rage, like some type of bull or something, like. And it just, I'm not gonna go into details, you know, I'm not gonna do that at all. Any more details about it, but let's just say like it continued on until, like, I think by the time that I stopped fighting her, it was 6 men. And the man elbowed me with his elbow in my lip, and he busted my lip, and that snapped me out of it. And y'all, I cannot believe, I mean, I can believe it because I'm not the type of person who likes to fight like that. I'm not the type of person to put my hands on people. So whenever you really cross me and you really touch me, I'll be afraid of that side. And like I said, the point of me saying all that and to go into details about it and the 6 men of people is because the video that y'all saw, it was very similar to that video, what happened in Miami, and how I, you know, fought the girl. So it was so much of an accident, y'all. After I got back home, you know, my adrenaline calmed down and everything. I'm gonna come back to the story in a minute. I cried about it because this was my friend, and I never wanted to put my hands on her. I never even wanted it. I felt bad that it got as bad as it did during the fight. I even felt bad that it got to the point. I wish that she had not acted that way. I wish that, you know, I would have been able to just walk away and just been okay with that. But I feel like I tolerate so much disrespect on a norm to where I could not take it in that situation. And it was pure accident. Like, if she would have suffered from any kind of anything, I would have felt so bad, because it was a really, what do they call it, passionate moment type of situation, moment of passion type of situation, to where I just literally blacked out on her. Like, and I did not mean for things to go that far. I would have been okay with just honestly hitting her back and walking away, but it was like I blacked out. So I'm not defending, by any means am I defending the people in that video with Shanquella or whatever, I'm not defending that at all. The person who was fighting her, I'm not defending it at all. I think that it was wrong. I think that I was wrong in this situation. I think my friend was wrong. Everybody's just wrong, you know. But I do understand that things happen that we don't expect. So I just feel like in that situation, I said I wasn't going to speak on it anymore, but just, you know, to briefly go back into it, you know, if that's the situation with them, maybe it'll do them some justice. Just come out and be truthful about what happened, what the situation was, what's the dynamic of the situation, because, you know, trying to lie about it or run from it or cover it up is not going to help it. And that night, I actually, going back to the fight, they called the police on me. I was about to go to my jail in Miami, y'all. Like, I was about to go to jail in Miami. I ended up going back to the room at about 2 o'clock in the morning, and the time it was to bring me back. And the room was empty. All my belongings were gone. And I was in a two-piece bathing suit. My flight wasn't until, like, I think the next day or something. If I was waiting on my flight, this lady, she walked up to me. She's like, ma'am, I don't know what's going on, but, you know, if you need some clothes, I can give you some leggings and a t-shirt. And that's what she did. She gave me some leggings and she gave me a t-shirt to throw on. I was so happy. I was freezing. I was wet, you know, and, I had, you know, my seizure medicine. I had nothing, and but my adrenaline was still so high at that time. I was like in that mode, you know, to where I'm like, let me get back to Houston because all my stuff is gone. No. So basically, she's not answering my calls. He's not answering my calls. She's not answering my texts. He's not answering my texts. And not to go into details about that, but I had to make me some moves. Yeah. Anyways, so I got in touch with him. And he ended up reimbursing me for everything that I lost. And he told me that my ex-friend got mad after the fight. She was mad about the fight. And she threw all of my belongings away on Miami Beach. From my house keys to my car keys to my title for my car to my clothes to my flat iron to my seizure medication that I take every day, y'all. Because she was mad about the fight that she started. So, guys, you know, I had a good experience in Miami. It was half good, half bad. I definitely want to go back. But I'm saying all of this. The moral of me saying all of this is that, and even to just talk about her, how that ended. Me and him, we never spoke again after he gave me the money. Me and her, we ended up meeting up weeks and weeks after the incident. She said she didn't really remember. We both apologized and went our separate ways. You know, we said that we were like sisters, we were still sisters, but it just did not work out. And, you know, it is what it is. Once you cross a certain line, like, you just shouldn't go back, you know, to trusting each other so much once you cross that line. Whenever you call somebody your friend, you just gotta really watch them. And going out of town, y'all, don't do it unless you got a family member with you and not your distant cousin that secretly don't like you either. I do not trust people anymore. My trust is gone after that. But there's my story time. Hopefully that brings awareness to, you know, you all that are thinking about going out of the states, traveling, or even within the states. Be careful. God bless you all. Try to just walk away from situations, especially whenever you're at a disadvantage. Try not to make the same mistakes that I made. At the same time, don't let anybody punk you. Don't let anybody walk over you. But still be smart about it. Think before you speak. You know, all of that good stuff. So that's pretty much the end of this video, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Hopefully I didn't really offend anybody from my opinions and that I have to say about the Shanquella situation. And yeah, guys, like I said again, may God rest her soul, God bless her family, and bring them peace and comfort. Maybe she gives Tab justice. I pray for everybody that was involved in this horrible situation. So yeah, guys, that concludes this video. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.